Thank you for joining us today. I'm Dave Lubach, the executive editor for the Facility Market, and today we're speaking with Alana Dunoff, an adjunct professor with Temple University and their FM program. She's an IFM fellow and also an instructor and strategic facility planner for AFD Professional Services and also a contributor to NFMT. Thanks for joining us today, Alana.
Thank you so much for having me.
Today we're going to speak about FM programs at universities and colleges. It seems, something that is maybe a little more unique in the educational setting. So, first off, I guess the question: how popular have FM programs become in higher education, and are they still maybe considered like an emerging discipline in schools?
Well, I'm going to start off by saying that FM programs have been around for a while. I have my master's in facilities planning and management, and that was like 30 plus years ago. So they've been around. So it's been a slow growth. And it seems to me that when I look at the programs, there are new and emerging programs that are out there. And it's very global. So you see them in Asia and in Europe, as well as the United States and Canada. So they're definitely out there. I don't think it's a fast growth, but I do think it's still a stable, emerging field. And there are schools that are seeing FM as a great add-on to their other buildings and architecture programs or construction programs or part of their engineering schools. So it's getting growth, but it has been slow. I was doing a little bit of research, and there are about 40 FM programs that at least are sort of tracked that I sort of been finding. And some of them are accredited, and there's a whole range of programs also. So you get the associate degree programs, bachelor programs, master programs, even PhD, and of course certificate programs. So there's a lot of variety, and I think those continuing education programs are also very popular, particularly with that adult learner.
Most often, the men and women who fill these facility managers roles, they come from backgrounds in construction, engineering, or maybe the trades, and kind of work their way up. So what about an FM education program, through universities such as the one that you're part of? How does that distinguish candidates who may have come from unconventional backgrounds?
FM has always been a sort of a grassroots, people who have become FM come from lots of different places, and academia, it really is just one of the different places that people come to. And anytime you have, of course, some kind of college or academic background, it's just a little bit more robust. And I think that a lot of the programs really try to focus on some of what people sort of call as the primary core competencies of facilities management. So the academic programs not only cover things like maintenance and operations, but they cover real estate and project management and finance, which is a really big part of facilities management. We have to know how to manage a budget and to speak and understand capital and operational expenses. We cover, leadership and strategy and risk management and information technology, and then even things like quality performance and assessment and, occupancy planning. So it's just a richer and more robust offering when you're, in that academic setting. You can just bring more to the table that gives you that. I mean, FM is, the kitchen sink. And so in an academic setting, you can pull from lots of different places to create, a good, strong program.
How are our reader types, institutions and commercial facilities, the managers of these facilities, how are they using programs such as yours for recruiting purposes and placing, your students getting into job markets?
I love that question. So the Temple program, we've been around for about a little over 10 years now, and we have really seen a growth in industry, and maybe because of my network and my connection kind of in the industry as well, but companies are seeing our students and they're coming. So we're getting active recruitment now from really strong from the hospitality industry in particular, as well as the FM outsourced companies who are actively coming and recruiting on campus, sometimes twice a year, whether it's internships or full-time positions. And then the other thing that's happening, because we now have some legs, are alumni who have been out there in the workforce. As they're moving up in their career ladder, they're coming back and, looking to fill their position. So they're coming back and hiring from our program. So we're seeing that kind of repeat business, which says a lot about, I'm excited because that feels good that our program is being received really well by the industry. And so we're getting more and more growth that way. And of course, opportunities like this to kind of talk about our program is also great too.